What's up, guys? This is Yungavelle here. Hope you guys have been doing well. So I wanted to chat about two things. Lately I've been thinking about this whole concept of your growth is your service, right? And how everything's an inside job, essentially. Your growth is an inside job, right? So I was listening to Captain Sinbad. He's another NoFap YouTube channeler, and he's pretty big. And he referenced this thing that Christopher Nolan was talking about the concept called chase your reality. Because, you know, we hear a lot, chase your dreams and all that kind of stuff. But I guess Christopher Nolan switched it up and was like, chase your reality. And the reason that he said chase your reality was because it's your foundation. Chase where you're at in terms of building up from that foundation of where you are. So that made me start to think about how it's so important that you start growing now from where you are. You don't wait for some event to happen, some future thing to happen in order for you to get the ball rolling. You really have to start from where you are. Chase your foundation, because chase your reality because it's your foundation. And that's like it basically validates everything that's going on around you, which is, you know, that's one of the reasons why I felt that I wanted to talk about it, because a lot of us we stray away from the present moment, you know, especially when it comes to manifesting, and you want to go for your dreams and you kind of like discredit where you are as it's not good enough. You're trying to move away from it. But in this perspective, it's like, no, go head first into it. Go right into it. Chase your foundation. And it brought me to another point that I was thinking about, and I have it written down on my whiteboard. It goes like this, right? So it started off where I got this quote: your service is your shelter. I'll repeat that again. Your service is your shelter. So I got that from the Vedic literature. You know, I'm not Hindu or anything like that, but you know, I give credit where credit's due, and I get this knowledge from various sources. So your service is your shelter basically means that through the service that you give, you know, you give your service to aspects that are bigger than yourself, causes that are bigger than yourself, and in those acts you're essentially protected, or in those acts that's your shelter. You know, your shelter from the dangerous pitfalls of material life, essentially, you know, because being incarnate in the physical world is definitely, it's trying, it's for sure hard, it's not easy. So your service is your shelter. That's where that comes from. So started thinking how your growth is one of the ways that you serve. When you take into account and when you put forth actions in order to grow, that is considered service, because you're growing, you're expanding versions of yourself, you're expanding yourself, and you're essentially able to give more of yourself to wherever you're at, wherever situation that you're at. You're manifesting more of yourself, which is obviously good for the world around you. You know, you have more to give. You have more to give. And so putting that together is your growth is your service. You know, your growth is your service, and your service is your shelter. So that really concludes your growth is your shelter. So if your growth is your shelter, and that's the main premise of this video that I wanted to push to you guys, is that when you push forward and when you put your efforts into your growth, you start to feel different about yourself, and things that would have normally affected you in life don't really affect you that much. You're moving forward internally, inside, because it's an inside job. So it's like meditation, you know, you sit in the same spot, but in actuality you're actually raising your vibration, you know, so you're moving forward, you're expanding, but you're in the same space. So you're growing, you're moving forward, and that is your shelter. That is these things that might have affected you don't affect you that much, and you might start to see that things just start to work out more. Things start to move in your favor more. I mean, I noticed that, and I know a lot of people notice that on the path, on the NoFap path, on the semen retention path. They notice that a lot of things just become more synchronistic. And I don't think that that's for no reason. I think life supports your growth. I think that you're getting supported in those directions of growth. You know, life, the bigger picture, wants you to grow. The purpose of life is to grow. You know, you put the seeds in the ground with the right soil, the right water, the right sunlight. That seed is not going to not do anything. It's going to grow. So the natural world supports that growth. So you can see how your growth is your shelter. You know, that's something that you always have control of. So we're not victims. You know, break you out of that victim consciousness the more that you take the helm of your growth. So I really want y'all to sit with that idea. Your growth is your shelter, because that's something that you can always choose to work on. It's just a choice. You know, so how, in my eyes, how protected I am, and I know I'm always protected, but in the ways that I can visibly see it, it happens more that I can see it when I'm more focused on my growth. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys, a little quick video. Hopefully this is a quick pick-me-up to keep strong on the path. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, we're midway through the year. Let's keep pushing forward. Focus on yourself, focus on your growth. It's an inside job. So if you got anything from this video, please share it, please like, comment. Let's help grow this channel. I really appreciate that, you guys. Like I always say, remember, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection.